we're here on a very serious issue. You have to vote. I want to say, get up where you are now and come and vote. You can vote until 7 p.m. tonight. African American vote is down, and I'm embarrassed. And I'm depending on each and every one of you to get up and vote. I fight for you every day. Now it's your turn to speak. Now it's your turn to let your voices be heard. And the only way you can do that is by voting. You got to vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. This is our time to take over the White House from Donald Trump. He is dangerous. Don't you get it? He's not good for our children, our boys, our girls, our mothers, our fathers, and you black men. It's time for you to lead. It's time for you to lead and come out and vote. Your wives, your girlfriends, your children, everybody's dependent on our black men to vote. We have your names. We have your numbers, and I'm going to be calling you. Vote, vote, vote.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Wilson. I want to introduce to you our president from the American Federation of Teachers, Randi Weingarten.
So, we love this Congresswoman. We watch her in Washington. She fights for everybody, and she particularly fights for her communities. She does not let Donald Trump get away with nothing. But the problem is this: he's the president, and it shouldn't be so hard. We shouldn't have to keep fighting the hate. We shouldn't have to keep fighting the division. We shouldn't have to keep fighting his war on our communities, that he's trying to get rid of health care, that he's trying to take the legs out of public education, that he's not doing what we need to do in terms of having unemployment insurance, keeping small businesses stood up. And that's just with COVID. But we actually need something better. We need a president who actually will help us, who actually will help our communities, will actually help Frederica Wilson do her job, not throw shade at her. But the only way that that's going to happen is if people vote. I voted in New York. That's my home. I waited on a couple-hour line. We know Fed has voted. Carla's voted. We need everybody to vote. But that's why we're here in Florida, 33 days on this bus to get people out to vote. We need to fight for hope. We know that people are depressed. We know that there are issues, but we know that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will help us solve problems and help make sure there's a pathway to a middle class. That's what Congresswoman Wilson has been doing every day that she's been in Congress. But the only way for that to continue is if we go vote for Congresswoman Wilson and for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
That's right. So I want to introduce Carla Hernandez-Matz, as you all know, the leader here in Miami-Dade County, United Teachers of Dade. Her vice president is Tony White, here, a longtime teacher here, went to American Senior High School. And then I want to introduce Mindy Grimes-Bestry, our secretary treasurer. And so, but let me tell you this. For those who don't recognize me behind the mask, this is Fed Ingram. I'm a classroom teacher. Beyond that, I'm from this city. I went to Miami-Jackson Senior High School, and I know that disrupts our Congresswoman because she represents Miami Northwestern well. But let me tell you something. If you grew up in Miami Gardens, or Opelika, or Liberty City, or Overtown, or the Bajas, or Lake Lucerne, or Richmond Heights, and if you are African American in this city, we need you. A non-vote is a vote for somebody else. You cannot let that happen.
A non-vote is a vote for Donald Trump.
That's right. It's a vote for Donald Trump, and we need your help. We've got to get Joe Biden in office. We've got to get Kamala Harris in office, and the state and the nation is depending on you. That's why we're here. We've driven this bus all across this country, from Los Angeles, California, and we ended here under the leadership of Randi Weingarten. But we wouldn't be anywhere else without our leader here, Congresswoman Wilson. And you know who she is. And you know what she's done for our community. We cannot let her down. We cannot let our kids down. We cannot let our communities down. You got to get out here. You got 1.5 days. You can come today by 7 o'clock. You can come tomorrow, Sunday, souls to the polls. Vote anywhere in this city in an early voting site by 7 o'clock tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, no matter how long the lines are, no matter what the weather is, we're out here in the rain. If we can do it, you can do it. If it's hot, people will have food out here. If you need something to eat, people will have it here. If you need something to drink, people will have it here. We gotta have you. We gotta have you. I taught at Carroll City Senior High School and Booker T. Washington Senior High School, and you know what those kids need. They need you. They need your help. They need funding. The teachers need help. The schools need help. Congresswoman Wilson, through the 5,000 Role Models of Excellence, has done it forever. It's our turn. Let's step up to the plate. Congresswoman Wilson, take us home and let us know what we need to do.
You know, this is not a time for anybody to be lax or anybody to take this election for granted, because we have sitting in the White House a man who has shown us that he could care less about us. And sometimes when I see him walking in the hall, I look at him and I say, what manner of a man is this, who would take little children out of their mother's arms and put them in cages, who would deport Haitian refugees with COVID to Haiti so that they can infect Haitians. This is a man who cares about no one else except for his rich friends and Wall Street. So you've got to finish what the House of Representatives did. You know, he's impeached. He is an impeached president. The Senate failed to remove him, but your vote today will do what the Senate failed to do. It will remove this misogynistic, crazy man out of the White House who has brought this country to his knees with his lies. You have to vote. Do you understand? You have to vote. Please, you have to vote.
Thank you. Thank you so much.